Alright. And we're listening to Michael Jackson right now. Good morning. It's morning coffee time.
Hi.
Hi. Let me tell you, recently I've had this dream where I'm like, you know what? I want to have my own morning show, like Fox and Friends, but just me. You know what I mean? I just want to have my friends on when I'm drinking coffee and I want to talk about whatever we want to talk about, you know?
Ah, the Amy show. The Amy morning show.
Yeah, something like that.
Good morning, Amy.
Good morning, Amy. Is that a show over there? Good Morning Britain, right? Or something?
I think so. I've not watched TV for years.
Oh. Yeah, I haven't either. But isn't that the show that Piers Morgan is on, or is he on something else?
That's a very good question. I know so little about what my.
I know there's a Good Morning America for sure.
Good Morning Britain. Who's that?
Something like that, right?
Yeah. Susanna Reid and Piers Morgan. Yeah.
How do I even?
Yeah, it's real. Susanna Reid seems really nice. Piers Morgan's just a tit.
Yeah, Piers Morgan. He's a fool. We read recently about him. He like went to the hospital and he blamed those vegan sausage rolls.
That's just the most. What a moron! What a moron!
It's so funny. Like all the grown-ups are acting like, I don't know, like they're children. They just do stupid shit to get attention. It's so funny. Like.
No, I mean to be honest, I think Piers Morgan is very much playing a character for the sort of ratings.
Oh, is that right?
I think.
I hate that. I find that so annoying. So that's who you think a person is if they get that big and they're on like a news show or something like that everybody can access. Like if you're playing a character, you have to like hold that character the whole time.
Yeah, and I think that his co-host, that for Susanna Reid, she's not playing a character, and I think she gets quite exasperated with Piers Morgan for not being himself.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah. I know what you mean. So.
Yeah.
What have they done? Hi, Amy. Afternoon here, but good morning to you, beautiful. Good morning. I hope you're having a good afternoon over there from the UK. I see
everybody fucking says hi to Amy.
Yeah. What about Chris?
I don't think I'm as beautiful as you are.
Well, I mean, duh.
I can't really be offended by that, can I?
You know what? I would have made that joke if like Kim Kardashian. Well, is that a 10? Who would be a universal 10? You think?
A universal 10?
Yeah.
Not Kim Kardashian.
No, that's why I'm asking.
I'm just. Christ,
Scarlett Johansson could have been there, and I would have been like, ooh, yeah, I'm way more beautiful than you. Only because I'm a brat, not because I actually think that.
Hang on a minute, I think you just insulted me again, but very aggressively.
Good morning, Daniel Vita. Okay, so.
It's all about passive aggressive, Amy.
No. I'm so fucking passive aggressive. Are you ready to read this article with me? You have to put headphones on though. Come on, Chris.
Just fucking relax.
I'm relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
I am it. It's Saturday morning. I've been up since 5 a.m. Can you believe that? But I went to bed at 10 o'clock, though. I've been going to bed very early.
Well, that's probably very good for you.
Yeah, and I woke up and my soup was ready. I've just unplugged it so that it can cool down and then I can transfer it into a container. That soup is a maze.
I know, you'll have to give me the recipe.
I will. But I'm going to talk about it right now anyway.
Fucking old ladies, what the fuck?
Okay, so let me just tell you what's in it. I think maybe with this particular recipe, it might be a good idea to try either beef or pork. But I'm not sure. I prefer chicken because it's leaner, the chicken breast, but I do like beef. We got chickpeas. You can use any beans, though. It doesn't need to be chickpeas. So I use chickpeas, celery, carrots, onion, corn, potatoes. Oh, God, what else is in there? Roma tomatoes. I dice those up. And then for spices, I use curry powder and paprika.
Obviously curry powder.
Just a dash, though, because it's quite strong. It really does taste a little bit curryish. It has that hint of curry. But you don't want to go, like, all curry powder, because then it'll be way too overpowering. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Yeah. Okay. So curry powder, paprika. Oh, I put minced garlic in there too. Ginger. I put oregano. I put just a tiny bit of cinnamon powder. What else? I don't know. Did I get all the spices? Yeah, and then vegetable broth and water. And the ratio for that is 1:2. So 1 part vegetable broth, 2 parts water of that quantity.
All of this sounds like stuff that I would just not have.
How big is you have a slow cooker, right?
Uh-huh.
How big is yours? Is it it's obviously bigger than mine. You can give it to me in milliliters. Because mine was, what, 1,500 milliliters or something?
I don't know. It's about that big. You can't see where I'm putting my hands, but that's how big it is.
I can't see shit.
I don't know. It's big enough.
Hey, Pavel. Good morning.
Hi, Pavel.
Good morning. I hope you're having a good day so far over there in Poland. Is Poland nice? Have you ever been? Chris?
Oh, hang on. I lost my headphones.
Hang on.
Hang on. No, it's alright. Got them again. Sorry, I was just trying to get my dog a biscuit.
That's alright.
My headphones wouldn't quite reach. Not quite.
Oh, man.
It's definitely not morning in Poland, is it?
No, it's afternoon.
Oh, no. You specified good morning to Amy and good afternoon to Chris.
Yes, you did.
Fair
See,
enough,
what is the
enough.
point of even saying anything to you if you're just going to ignore it anyway?
Who? What?
Said, what's the point of even acknowledging you if you're just going to ignore it anyway? Because you're like, nobody said good morning to me.
I just did acknowledge it. What the fuck are you talking about?
That one you did, but the one before you complained that you were not acknowledged, and then you get acknowledged. Yeah, I know. And then you get acknowledged and you totally miss it.
But I just... Oh.
Not at first. I've returned from work an hour ago. Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah, but I was getting my dog a biscuit, wasn't I?
Oh, right. Sure. Use that excuse. I want to read this article. Are you ready? Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready when you are.
All right. Study identifies the most effective mental strategies that people use to get through aversive challenges. Here, I'm going to turn the music right down here. All right.
All right.
I'm listening to the Smiths right now. You've got everything now. Okay. All right. This is from the British Psychological Society. This is
It must be good then.
your people. All right. What strategies do you use to push through a tough challenge, be it run on a treadmill or a stressful phone call with your boss? Perhaps you remind yourself of what you have to gain from completing the task, or you use distraction, or you think about the bad things that will happen if you give in. For a paper in the European Journal of Personality, a team led by Marie Henneke at the University of Zurich has conducted what they say is the first ever investigation of these strategies, and others that people use spontaneously in their everyday lives to regulate their persistence during aversive activities. Do you have any strategies that you can think of off the top of your head?
No. I just sort of...
How do you get through a day?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, like, there's obviously things that are aversive, like going to work. You don't like doing that. How do you get through a day like that? What do you do? Just keep yourself occupied with stuff? Like,
It's actually a very good question. I don't know. What's the thought process when I wake up in the morning? The first thing I always think is, how can I get away with ringing sick?
Yeah.
And then, yeah, it's just... I think I'm kind of a negative reinforcement kind of person. That'll probably not surprise you, because I just think of all the fucking shit it would cause me to, like, ring in sick and not do it, so I just do it.
Does it really cause you a lot of shit if you call in sick?
Really. Not really, but I'd like try to convince myself that it will.
Oh, okay, so I see. So that it prevents you from calling in sick.
Uh-huh.
Ah, okay.
And but if I ever do call in sick, usually when I'm sick,
yeah,
it's the easiest thing in the world. And but if I allowed myself to dwell on that too much, I'd probably call in sick more, because it really is very easy for me to call in sick.
Yeah. I do the opposite of distraction. Like, I put everything away. Anything that could distract me from my work, I try to keep away from me these days, because otherwise I push things back and I don't get them done properly, or I'm more prone to making mistakes. But I don't really find work to be aversive necessarily. My daily dose of aversive is probably the gym, because I have to push myself to work hard. Otherwise, there's no point being there. You know what I mean? Like, what is the point of going to the gym if you're not actually going to sweat and put work in?
No, I agree.
Yeah, and then some days it's just harder to go because I'm tired, or because I'm mentally like, oh my god, I just don't want to. But I always end up pushing myself anyway, and I always feel better at the end. And the way that I always get through it is like, this is a funeral for your fat. You're only 30 years old. You should be able to run and do this. This is very sad if you're this tired already. So I just do it.
You run for like an hour at a time. I imagine most 30-year-olds can't do that.
I do. Yeah, but I mean, it's not a steady run. I do slow down a few times, because sometimes I try and sprint too. So I try not to keep it even, you know what I mean? Like, 1 hour of straight running at the same speed gets fairly boring. And it just doesn't challenge your body. Your body actually stabilizes, your heart rate stabilizes fairly quickly if you're doing something consistent for a long period of time. So I tend to overwork my heart for a little bit and then slow down and then overwork it again. And then it also makes the time fly by faster, because if I just do one thing, I'm just like, oh my god, it's like being in a hamster wheel. I mean, it is being in a hamster wheel, essentially.
Especially for somebody as little as you.
Oh my god, it takes me forever to run. Like, if I'm next to anybody who's taller, their strides are so much bigger than mine. I take like 3 strides for every 1 stride they take. I'm like, how are you even on a treadmill?
Surely the treadmill's too short. What the fuck?
Okay, I'm gonna continue. We good? All right. The researchers' main interest was to see whether people with strong self-control differ from flakier types by virtue of their use of more effective strategies. In fact, this was not the case. Yes, some strategies were more effective than others, offering hope to those of us with weaker willpower that we might benefit from adopting such strategies, but greater use of effective strategies did not explain the persistence of the grittier types, thus suggesting, as the researchers put it, that trait self-control and self-regulatory strategies represent separate routes to good self-regulation. Trait self-control and self-regulatory strategies. What do they mean by trait self? Name that trait! Trait self-control. Like, aspects of your personality?
Yeah, I was going to say keeping aspects of your personality in check rather than the actual effects of those aspects, I guess.
Okay.
I guess.
And I guess both of these things are good routes to self-regulation. Well, I guess so, right? Because there's definitely going to be just some aspects of your personality that are resistant to doing things or whatever. And then there's also things that you can do, like emotional regulation, to get yourself through it too. Because that's what you're dealing with when you're in a situation that you don't like. You're dealing with all the negative shit that makes you not want to do it.
Yeah.
Right? Right.
Right. I guess so, yeah.
I mean, I'm just throwing it out there.
Like I said, the thing is, whenever they do studies like this, it always strikes me that they're like they're trying to find like a one-size-fits-all answer to whatever question they're asking, and it's not always that easy.
I don't think so, but I think in this particular situation, like these two things are just kind of obvious. Obviously, you either have to control a part of your personality to get through the aversive situation, or you need to emotionally regulate. Like, I don't think it requires too much research to come to that conclusion. But I guess this is more conclusive because they've actually done the research now, so...
Yeah, it amuses me the amount of science that they tend to do to demonstrate things that are perfectly fucking obvious to pretty much anybody who's paying attention.
Yeah, but I think it's different to have it quantified, you know, to actually see it, to actually like take people's responses and average things out and see what people do. But I mean, like we said, it's just obvious. Both these things are obvious. Those are really the only two options you have. Either you gotta regulate your emotion or you gotta regulate an aspect of your personality. I go to work and straight after I'm going to the gym. Yep, I do that too, Pavel. Running with the bag full of the right stuff to the gym. And I put weights on my ankles and after I'm returning home. Oh yeah, I really want to get some ankle weights. But not yet, because I just got some resistance bands and those things are very difficult to work out with. Very challenging. Okay. The researchers started with a pilot study in which they presented hundreds of participants with challenging scenarios, such as completing a treadmill run, and asked them to list any strategies they typically use to push through to the end. The researchers collapsed the answers into 19 strategies, most of which fell under one of two headings: situation modification strategies, e.g. drinking coffee, listening to music while working, and attentional deployment strategies. For example, motivational self-talk or thinking the finish is near. I definitely engage in motivational self-talk. It's so weird. But it works. I'm like my own... What's that guy's name? Tony Robbins? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
No? Oh my god. He's like this self-made self-help guy. He's like... People use him to make fun of the positive types, you know?
I think I know what you mean.
But I don't see a problem with him. He's just succeeded in doing what he was doing. So good for him. Alright, 1 second here. Theresa May men. All these Theresa May memes on Reddit are great. Next, Hannike's team ran another pilot study with North American participants and German-speaking participants in which they asked them to complete a measure of their trait self-control and then to indicate how often they used these 19 different strategies for the study. 19 different strategies. Picture? Okay. Ready? Strategy. Can you... Oh, you can't see it, can you?
No.
All right, I'm gonna send it to you. Give me 1 second.
And I've got the actual article.
I know, but I'm just sending you the picture so that you can easily click it. Hi, Cameron. Good morning. All right. So strategy, number 1, changing the activity itself. Description, changing the nature of the activity itself or how it is performed without adding an incentive from the outside. So that's so funny. This is the example that I kind of gave. So an example would be, I changed the activity itself. For example, run more slowly on the treadmill. I was saying run fast and run slow. So I changed the speed at which I run so that I can get through it and not just be running at a solid pace. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So you don't get bored, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Because cardio is so fucking boring. It is so boring running in one spot. And I would run outside, but it's hard on the knees running on concrete. And my right knee is already a fuck show. Like, it's okay, but it gets kind of wonky in the winter. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Strategy 2, changing the environment. Changing the environment in which the activity is performed. Unspecified whether this results in a fresh start, task enrichment, distraction of attention, or removal of distractions. Okay. I change the environment where I perform the activity. For example, I work from a coffee shop or I take a new route when running. Reducing distractions. Reducing or removing distractors or temptations from one's environment. Yep. Sometimes if I need to work, like, I put my phone away. I just hide it away so I can't even see it.
Yeah.
That's
honest, most of these things are just sort of obvious. Maybe
yeah,
they're not
yeah.
obvious to some people.
But obviously they're not, because some people are very, very distracted. They're not getting things done because they're just constantly keeping themselves distracted. I mean, so far, the best way to get shit done is to eliminate as much distraction as possible. I think being in the moment is the best, actually. Like, what is the point of, yeah, you're not going to like it, it's work, you have to do it and stuff, but you still have to do it. So you may as well just do it and change your attitude towards it while you have to do it. Hate it after, but while you're there and you have to do shit, just fucking do it. What else is there? There's nothing else.
Yeah, I don't know. You can use the rage of hating something to get you through it.
I mean, I guess. I just don't think it's the healthiest way to do it, Chris.
Probably not.
So 4, seeking social support. Use the support of others. I mean,
Ew.
I mean, it depends what it is. I tend to be less on the seeking social support side. I usually, like, when I'm stressed out, what do? I just disappear. I don't want to fucking be around people. Sometimes I do, but I don't know. Sometimes it's not always the best. Sometimes social support blows up in your fucking face.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I mean?
People are very unreliable. So to rely on them for support is a mistake generally.
Yeah, generally.
Wow, that was an incredibly jaded and cynical thing to say.
I do agree for the most part, but I still have this like naivete where I'm like I'm gonna engage more socially right now. I don't know if I don't know. I'm such a social butterfly. It really sucks that most people suck, because that includes me too. Sometimes I suck. Haha. But I suck way less than a lot of other people, so I say that. I know it wasn't, and I'm just fucking ignoring you and steamrolling over it, so whatever. I was trying to talk about how I'm way less sucky than a lot of other people.
That's definitely true.
That is definitely true. That is an undeniable fact. I'm cool as shit. And you know what? I'm 30 years old. Now's the time to own it, okay? Because I'm not gonna fucking go through my 30s and be like, oh man, I'm such a loser. Maybe in some ways, but I'm a cool person. I know I'm a cool person. What else do you need? God, guys.
Yeah.
Look, someone in the chat.
Who are you arguing with?
Myself, the voices in my head. All people suck. No, not all people suck. There's a few that are pretty awesome. Let's be real.
Well,
Oh, stop. I mean, humanity as an entity sucks, but
I think I said this to you before. If you start off from the assumption that all people suck, then at least if somebody doesn't suck, then that's a nice surprise.
I guess so. But I mean, like,
most people are gonna suck.
That's fine, but at the same time, there's no other game in town like being a human. Being a human is the best. Would you want to be anything else? You know how hard it is for animals to survive? The crazy things they need to do? We have it so easy.
I'd want to be a dog being looked after by a human.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's one thing. But it's still human-related, isn't it? You're still in the vicinity of a human.
Oh yeah, humans are only cunty to each other. They're nice to dogs.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes being the operative word. Think of the poor animals. Stop. I've been watching a lot of Blue Planet and Planet Earth lately, and that's why I've been all up on this animal stuff. Okay. I'm not going to read the rest of this. It was sitting on the screen for a while. I'll post the article in the thing, but I'll read the rest of the article. All right. Actually, I need to spray my nose, so entertain for like 30 seconds.
I ain't going to entertain you, chat. I'm not your dancing monkey.
I'll be right back.
So, chat, you entertain me. Let's see what you're saying. Ha! Somebody wants Amy to annoy Vegan Gains a bit more. I think that ship has sailed, to be honest. But it was very funny. I completely agree. It will go down in internet history as being very funny. Baby seals get their heads smashed in by Eskimos. Yes, they do. Yes, they do, Cameron. Thank you for reminding us. Elephants get poached by Africans as well.
Hello, I'm back. Mm-hmm. Someone just asked if I can annoy Vegan Gains a bit more. I mean, he won't talk to me again for obvious reasons.
Yeah,
he can't stay calm.
I responded to that. I think I said that ship has sailed. I think it has, but it was a ship worth sailing. Ma'am.
Yeah, that was really fun. I can't believe I'm still hearing about that. You know, I'm still getting comments on that. Every day there's at least one.
Really?
Yep. Or better yet, annoy Spurg yourself. I tried. I tweeted at him and I told him he's fucking next. He would not talk to me.
Yeah, ask yourself what go near Amy.
He will not talk to me. He's a coward. He acts like he's too good. Like, he's like, why the fuck would I need to talk to her? She doesn't even know anything. I'm too smart for her. That's kind of the attitude that he has about it. Oh my god, that Amy K chick is so dumb. I'm like, oh dear. Is that your only defense, that I'm dumb? Okay. Then why would you not talk to me? If you can murk me. I've been banned from his Discord about 8 times now. Yikes.
Pretty much everybody's been banned from his Discord. The only reason I haven't been banned is because
you didn't say anything.
I've never been on it. I've never been on it.
Really? You're just in it? You've never checked it out or anything?
No, I've never looked.
Gotcha.
I have no interest.
Alright. Okay, I need to finish this. The researchers started with a pilot study in which they actually kind of like that we read and then discuss something and then whatever and then read more. It's like fragmented.
Yeah. One day we'll get to the end of it.
Maybe. The researchers started with a pilot study in which they presented hundreds of participants with challenging scenarios such as completing a treadmill run and asked them to list any strategies they typically use to push through to the end. The researchers collapsed the answers into 19 strategies, most of which fell under one of two headings: situation modification strategies and attentional deployment strategies. Next, Henneke's team ran another pilot study with North American participants, I did just read this, and German-speaking participants, in which they asked them to complete a measure of their trait self-control and then to indicate how often they used these 19 different strategies. For the study proper, the researchers then used a week-long experience sampling method with over 250 young German speakers, as well as completing the trait self-control quiz. These participants were prompted multiple times a day to log any aversive challenges they'd recently been engaged in. Examples include self-study, lectures, commuting, and housework, what strategies they'd used to persist, and whether they'd been successful. Greetings, Mysterios. Across the different types of aversive challenge, the strategies correlated with success were thinking about the positive consequences of getting to the end. This was also the most popular strategy. Monitoring one's goal progress, thinking that the end is near, the second most popular strategy. And emotion regulation, trying to stay in a good mood. In contrast, distracting oneself from the aversive challenge was associated with less success, perhaps because distraction makes us more inclined to give in and do something more pleasant. Note the contrast with research on resisting temptations, such as in the classic marshmallow test studies, in which distraction was found to be effective. I guess it just depends.
That sounds like a reference to something I've not heard of.
Oh, you've never heard of the marshmallow study? Okay, so basically what happens in the marshmallow study is they get like a bunch of 5-year-olds, right? And what they're trying to do is they can tell your IQ, like your IQ range, based on whether you can delay gratification. So you have an option of having 1 marshmallow now, or if you wait for like an extra half an hour, you can have 2 marshmallows.
Right.
So they let the kids choose whatever, and that's what they were talking about. So the kids who wanted to wait longer to get 2 marshmallows obviously distracted themselves for that time they had to wait, and then they got a bigger reward in the end, whereas the other ones, yeah, there was no waiting involved. They could just have the 1 marshmallow right away.
So what this research has told us is running is not the same as marshmallows. Science, guys, science.
One of the things that they say here is thinking that the end is near being the second most popular strategy. I find that anytime I actually consider time at all, it goes by way slower for me. I don't want to think about the time. It drives me crazy when you do that. I'm like, oh my God, Chris, doesn't that drive you mental when you're like, oh my God, I only have like a half an hour left? I'm like, oh my God, if I was doing that, it would feel like it was 6 hours long, the last stretch of time. So we just think about it differently, which is interesting because for you, it's probably a positive thing to be like, yeah, I only have this much time left. For me, I'm like, oh no, if I think about the time, I'm immediately distracted by the fact of the time, and then all I'm doing...
I mean, using the example you used before about work, if I'm like constantly watching the clock at work,
yeah,
it does make the time go slower than if I'm actually doing something.
Yeah, yeah.
So in that case, you could say that distraction works.
Yeah.
Because it makes... But the thing is, I don't know, maybe it's the terms they're couching these things. It's not like it makes the task any more enjoyable. It just makes you less aware of the passage of time.
Which is what you want, though, right? I mean, that's what I want. I want to be as...
yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. I try to be as unaware of the time as possible. So what I try to distract myself from is the time, all the time. I'm always trying to not pay attention to the time. Because then the time actually passes. But if I'm looking at the time all day and stuff, like, that's why I have to put my phone away. The more that I can avoid seeing the time, the faster my days go. And it's already the 19th of January, and that's exactly how I feel. I have not been looking.
Do you find this then? So when you're doing something that you do enjoy, say like you're, I don't know, chatting with your friends and you're cognizant of the fact that, say, you have to go to bed. Yeah. Do you not find then that the time goes
Oh my God,
fast?
So fast. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. If you enjoy what you're doing a lot, yeah, the time flies.
And it's worse if you keep track of the time as well.
Oh my God, yeah. Yeah, you're like, oh shit, 15 minutes just went by. That felt like 2 minutes. Mm-hmm. Yikes. Yeah, I don't like that. All right. These new findings are of theoretical interest. For instance, an excessive focus on the potential positive outcomes of challenges has previously been flagged in research as an unhelpful approach because it encourages a dependence on so-called extrinsic motivation. But I mean, aren't the result... Okay. Researchers have previously argued that we are actually more likely to reach our goals if we can find pleasure in the process. Exactly. That's basically what I have been saying by just not paying attention to the time. Trying to actually focus and be immersed in what I'm doing. And just kind of like jiving with whatever it is that's happening. Being in the moment makes it way easier. I actually do enjoy what I do. I don't know. There's not a lot of stuff that I do that I hate doing. That I have to do. Nothing.
No, I would say the same, really. Apart from maybe driving to work. Sometimes I hate that.
Yeah, but traffic is gay.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't hate doing it if the traffic is not gay. It's fine.
Henneke and her colleagues speculated that perhaps the key factor here is whether the challenge is enjoyable or inherently aversive. If the latter, then perhaps focusing on positive outcomes can be an effective strategy. Further research can test this. I mean, not really. It doesn't really need to test it because that's just duh. Like, if your challenge is enjoyable, the time will pass and you'll probably want to do it more. If it's inherently aversive, focusing on the positive outcome is definitely an effective strategy. What do you mean be?
The conclusion to this better not be, if you're not enjoying something, then just enjoy it and it'll go faster.
Yeah, let me see this. Further research can test this. Meanwhile, monitoring one's progress is well established as an effective self-control strategy. On the other hand, the researchers said the strategy of thinking that the finish is near, while very popular here, has actually not been studied before. Returning to Henneke and her colleagues' main focus, whether people with more self-control use more effective strategies, yes, 2 of the effective strategies were used more often by participants higher in trait self-control, namely focusing on positive consequences and emotion regulation, as was a 3rd strategy, goal setting, though this strategy was not correlated with greater success. Really? Crucially, however, as I mentioned above, the greater use of these 2 effective strategies does not explain why these high-trait self-control individuals tended to enjoy greater success at aversive challenges. It is possible that more automatic processes that individuals may not be able to explicitly report are better candidates for explaining individual differences in self-control, the researchers said. Hey Thomas, good morning. Limitations of the new findings include the reliance on participants' own estimates of their success at persistence, and the mostly student sample for the main study for whom the nature of everyday challenges are likely to be different than for non-students. However, this research clearly breaks new ground. As Henneke and her colleagues put it, our findings promote a more comprehensive understanding of self-regulatory success and failure during people's daily attempts to regulate their persistence during aversive activities. Okay, I guess that's cool. I don't know, that just seems fairly obvious to me.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm interested to know what the point of all of that was, really. Because
I thought it was going to be something like
it does actually make some acknowledgement of the fact that yes, all people are, or not, some people are different and have different motivational strategies that work for them. Mm-hmm. So what? So you want to explain why each individual's motivational strategy works for them? Like, why does it matter?
Yeah.
Does it matter?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess if you're having trouble, if you've got somebody who's having trouble motivating themselves, it's probably helpful to understand what alternative strategies are available for somebody who's just not managing, their life that effectively. So I guess it is kind of useful from that point of view, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm being very charitable here.
Yeah, this is for I guess it's kind of layman shit because this is obvious to me, but I read about brains and stuff, so to me it's like, well, duh. It just seems pretty obvious anyways, right? Like, it's fairly obvious that if you're doing something that you dislike and you have to do it, you're going to have to strategize to get through it. Mr. SD Striker Breaker asks, who's the Brit guy in the stream? I'm British as fuck. This is one of my best friends. His name is Chris. He's the king of Yorkshire. Hi!
Hi, yes, it's all mine.
He said, I'm British as fuck.
Me too.
No way.
Yeah, way.
How cool.
I'm just looking at that deer with all of the shit in its horns.
Toronto, Ontario. Let's check it out. What is this evil building? Whoa. Is that a painting?
God damn it, you can't say I'm in Wales and then say no sheep joke. That's not fair. What else is there when someone says the Wales?
Why, they like fucking sheep there or something?
Oh god, yeah, they're well into it.
Really?
Oh yeah, that's all they do.
And we always make fun of Jay for being Welsh.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about Wales. Why is it so funny? Why do you guys have this attitude towards it?
Because, I don't know, they've got funny accents.
Oh, do they? Do they talk funny?
Not really. I don't know. It's just funny. Because they can... I tell you what, the main reason is because they can take the joke and they don't tend to object to being the butt of the joke. They don't get all butt hurt by it. It's just it's just funny. I'm sure they have... They have lots of jokes about English people too.
Yeah.
And the same with the Scottish, really. It's a strange union, the UK.
Yeah. Because it's Wales, that's it.
But in like my dog's a border collie. If I drive, and she cost me like 250 quid. If you drive to Wales, always in the summer. They give them away for free from the farms in Wales.
Yeah.
Those sorts of dogs. Because they do lots of sheep herding. So they get... And my dog's a sheepdog, you see. Where I was going with that.
Oh my god, the #1 rule of Wrench Club is you don't ask to be in Wrench Club.
God, who asks for a wrench?
The Brit did. You can't just have a wrench. Come on, mate. Mate. You know what, though? I feel his pain because I do the same thing. I send multiple messages. I hate not having a wrench, too. But I can't just be giving out wrenches, alright?
Willy-nilly.
Bleeding tooth fungus cake I ate in Kyoto today. Ew, what the fuck? Oh, that looks so gross. Even though it's like blueberries and cranberries and roe is what it looks like on top of their little fish eggs.
Oh wow, what the fuck? I thought that was a mushroom in the thumbnail, but it's not. It looks like cuckoo spit with like berries stuck in it or something. What the fuck is that?
Alright, I'll make an exception for you, Mr. Breaker. Map of the Ottoman Empire. Oh shit, let's see. The Ottoman Empire. Was it really that much?
Yeah, it's massive.
Wow, I did not know that. Good morning, El Frio Norte. What up, niggas?
Can we have a moratorium on how to pronounce names, please? I mean, what the fuck?
Moratorium, indeed. Yeah, why? Like, I was like, I couldn't be like, hey, MCAD HD666 every single time. So I'm like, can you just tell me your name? Oh, no. This meme. Chris says, when you're having sex with a coworker, but then remember it's a family business. Just wait, you'll see it. Look at the face. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
CERN proposes largest hadron collider yet. Oh, wow. You ready? Let's check this out.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's fucking enormous.
Oh my god, the LHC is here, and then they want another one that's 100 kilometers in diameter?
It's massive.
Oh, that's fucking awesome, though. CERN has published its ideas for a £20 billion successor to the Large Hadron Collider, given the working name of Future Circular Collider. Ooh, that's fucking cool. The Geneva-based Particle Physics Research Center is proposing an accelerator that is almost 4 times longer and 10 times more powerful. The aim is to have the FCC hunting for new subatomic particles by 2050. Critics say that the money could be better spent on other research areas such as combating climate change. But CERN's Director General, Professor Fabiola Giannotti, described the proposal as a remarkable accomplishment. It shows the tremendous potential of the FCC to improve our knowledge of fundamental physics and to advance many technologies with a broad impact on society, she said. She? What? Women do physics?
You sexist bastard.
CERN's plans have been submitted in a conceptual design report. These will be considered by an international panel of particle physicists. That is the nerdiest group ever. The International Panel of Particle Physicists. Those are the smartest people in the world. Along with other submissions as they draw up a new European strategy for particle physics for publication in 2020. Alright. I'm not going to read the rest, but I'm going to read the bottom. Physicists hope that such collisions at these unprecedented high energies will reveal a new realm of particles that really make the universe tick, rather than the subatomic pretenders we know of, which play only a part in mediating the forces of nature. The current theory of subatomic physics, called the Standard Model, has been one of the great triumphs of the 20th century. Can you imagine if, like, they proved string theory to be the correct thing? I mean, I doubt it. I doubt it.
No, haven't they proven string theory is not the correct thing? Doesn't quantum theory pretty much, like...
I thought that string theory was actually a unification of quantum, of the quantum realm, or it was an attempt. It was an attempt.
String theory came first, I'm pretty sure.
String theory came before. Okay, that's fine. That's fine that string theory came first, but that's not what I'm saying. I thought string theory was meant to be a unifying theory.
It was.
Of the subatomic world.
It was, but then quantum theory neatly fucking...
It totally removed it? Okay.
And the reason why I think that that's true is because they actually build devices, and they're all about building computers and stuff that exploit quantum effect. So I think quantum theory sort of replaced it.
Okay.
But well, I don't know. Maybe as you say, they could find out that they were right in the first place.
I just wow, that must have been updated recently, because I just read a Brian Greene book and he talks about string theory, and he still talks about how obviously it just can't be proven. It's just a working hypothesis, but still, it's the closest thing we've got to unifying the quantum and the... What am I trying to say? The quantum versus what?
The macro?
Yeah, is it macro? Is that correct?
Is macro too much, too high? I don't, too big? I don't fucking know.
I don't know. You might be correct. I'm not entirely sure though. Yeah, I like physics and reading about it. Oh my god, that book was awesome. The Fabric of the Cosmos.
Okay. String theory is one way of potentially describing the... Hang on.
Khani is here, and she asked, aren't you watching Star Trek? Obviously not. Maybe he's doing it at the same time.
Clearly not, no. Yeah, string theory is a possible way of describing quantum effects.
Yeah.
How they work,
right.
I think.
Yeah?
I think.
Yeah, mate! Well, it had some relevance at some point, and it wasn't gone away. Like, it must be very recent. If there's any proclamations that it is not legitimate or cannot be used or something. I haven't heard anything. But you probably keep up more than I do, so...
I mean, really, none of these ideas are anything that people know for 100% certain.
Well, of course not. But that's what the Hadron Collider is for, right? The Hadron Collider is to see if there are more dimensions that can be found by breaking these subatomic particles, or colliding these particles and seeing where they end up and how they move.
I thought the point of the Large Hadron Collider was to find that one specific particle.
Well, they found it. They found the Higgs, right? But now what they're trying to do...
They found an implication
of the Higgs boson,
right? But I don't think they actually did officially fully find it. I don't think so.
I thought it's called the Higgs particle.
Oh, the Higgs boson.
So there's a Higgs field. There's a Higgs particle. Higgs boson. Just listen to the rhythm of my heart. Here's a chance we can take it now.
On Wikipedia, it's still describing it as theoretical, so I'm assuming that means that they haven't actually definitely found it.
Yeah, it's a theoretical thing, but they're trying to find it based on the movement of these particles after collision.
That's what I thought was the point of where we started this conversation, of that larger hadron collider. They've established that the one that they've built isn't large enough.
It's not strong enough, no.
To properly...
No, it's not. So they found, they kind of got an idea of what they were looking for, but they need a bigger one because they need more power.
They've observed so they've observed particles, or I guess that the Higgs boson could potentially decay into, but they haven't found the particle itself.
Hi, Conrad. Good morning. Good morning, Ellen. Higgs boson, or sorry, string theory is about the boundaries of the cosmos. No, it's not. String theory is about vibrating strings, which they say the vibrating is what causes particles to emerge or something.
String theory is a way of trying to describe how everything that we,
how it's all integrated
is actually put together. Yeah. How matter and energy sort of integrate how to demonstrate how they are the same thing. But no, string theory is not a theory about the boundaries of the cosmos. That's something else.
All right, so Cam said it's about tampon strings. Oh, stop it, Cameron. The current theory of subatomic physics, called the Standard Model, has been one of the great triumphs of the 20th century. It neatly explains the behavior of matter and forces through the interaction of a family of 17 particles. The last of these, the Higgs boson, was discovered by the Large Hadron Collider in 2012. But observations by astronomers indicated that there was more to the universe than could be explained by the Standard Model. Galaxies are rotating faster than they should be, and the expansion of the universe is accelerating rather than slowing down. On top of that, the Standard Model cannot explain gravity.
Goddamn gravity.
So there must be a deeper process going on, involving yet-to-be-discovered particles. Uncovering them would provide physicists with their much-sought-after theory of everything, one that would tie together all the forces of nature and unify the twin pillars on which modern physics rests: general relativity and quantum mechanics. That's what it was! So, string theory is meant to be the unifying theory between general relativity and quantum mechanics. Not macro, it's general relativity, because general relativity refers to the movement of larger bodies, whereas quantum theory refers to the movement of particles and all the
just
smaller...
not read that out from Wikipedia. I definitely read it, but I just
I don't know. I can't remember.
I literally just read that out, I think. Maybe I didn't. I might have read it because I don't know what came out of my mouth.
I don't want to be somebody without your body close to me. All right.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Interlude.
They had hoped that it might also discover particles beyond the Standard Model. So far, it has failed to do so. The difficulty with CERN's proposals for a larger Large Hadron Collider is that no one knows what energies will be needed to crash large hadrons together to discover the enigmatic superparticles that hold the keys to the new realm of particles. CERN hopes that its step-by-step proposal, first using electron-positron and then electron-large hadron collisions, will enable its physicists to look for the ripples created. That's what it was, the ripples. The ripples created by the superparticles, and so enable them to determine the energies that will be needed to find the superparticles. Yikes. The UK's former chief scientific advisor, Professor Sir David King, has advised the UK government and the European Commission on large funding requests. He told BBC News that he believed that the escalating costs of conducting basic research in particle physics means that it is now time to carry out a cost-benefit analysis, especially when it was unclear whether the £20 billion machine would discover any new particles. We have to draw a line somewhere, otherwise we end up with a collider that is so large that it goes around the equator. Oh my god, can you imagine? And if it doesn't end there, perhaps there will be a request for one that goes to the moon and back.
I don't know what his point is.
You know what?
It might be.
Oh, I was gonna say something and I totally fucking forgot, Chris. God damn it!
Thing is, if you're constantly making these things bigger and there is a point of diminishing returns, surely it's better to hit that point rather than pontificate over the fact that you might hit that point.
Yeah.
Say they build the next one and it's like it's too big and they're not finding any new particles. Fine, then don't build another one.
Yeah, exactly.
But this one, the Large Hadron Collider, has found lots of new stuff. So
yeah,
obviously we need to go bigger.
Yeah, but they have not even gotten anywhere near sifting through the data that has come from just the LHC. It is like terabytes and terabytes of data. There's a lot of data.
Yeah, but that's fine, but you can never have too much data. I mean, computers are going to get faster.
Yeah, no, I agree, but it's not the computers getting faster that's even a problem. It's human beings being able to go through all that research unless they have something...
No. By computers getting fast, computers can replace human beings.
Yeah,
Human
yeah.
beings
Okay,
are
that's
the
what I
slow
thought
bit in
you
this
meant.
process.
Right.
Yeah. So don't worry about that. I mean, I know you're not worried. Worried is the wrong word.
All right, so... Oh my god, you know what I just looked up? Oh, I guess they can see it on the screen.
The James Webb Telescope?
Yes, which was supposed to be fucking launched in 2016 originally, which is
Isn't
now...
that the one that they're putting like halfway between the moon and the Earth?
Yeah, they're replacing Hubble. So I think they're going to pull Hubble out of orbit because that's just a floating bus at this point, you know. It's taken all the pictures it can possibly take. And they can't really get a far enough look with it. So this one they're going to put out a little bit farther.
But that's not strictly true. The problem with Hubble is it could take many more pictures of many more things, but it's running out of attitude control thrusters. So I think it's only got 1 or 2 left.
Yeah.
And if another one goes, that means they can't point it anymore.
Okay.
And there's no way to repair it, obviously, from the ground.
Yeah.
So they've got to be able to point it, otherwise it's useless.
Yeah.
And I believe it's meant to need 3 minimum, and and a third one it only had 3 left, and one of them broke, and they actually figured out a way to point it with just 2. But I'm pretty sure if another one goes, then it's fucked.
Yeah, I was hearing that when they throw this one up there, they were gonna pull that one out.
Well, they won't have any choice. Hubble's gonna fall out of the sky at some point in the next few decades.
Yeah. Do you know how much shit we have floating around the Earth? There's so much junk just floating in orbit, like around the Earth. So many satellites, so much metal space junk just fucking revolving around the Earth.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, so the release date for this is now 2021, which is a little bit disappointing because I was really looking forward to this thing getting up there. March 30th, 2021, cost 10 billion USD.
I know you're getting a bit, you're getting on a bit, Amy, but you probably will still be around when that goes up.
I mean, what if I'm not? What if I get hit by a bus or something? What if the Hubble Space Telescope crashes right on my head? That would be the best way to die. Yeah, but hello, I walk outside, Chris. I don't just dwell in my basement all day.
Anyway, like the Hubble telescope would stop at the wooden house above you. Just drop on you. Probably end up in the fucking basement.
Yeah, exactly. It has gonna have to break through the atmosphere. It might burn up in the atmosphere, wouldn't it?
I'm pretty sure, Amy, it's going to be destroyed when it's in the atmosphere.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Probably the idea.
That's true. You're right.
Don't worry about the Hubble landing on your head. Plus, you're in completely the wrong part of the world. There's 0 chance that could happen.
Why? I just want to pretend it would because it seems like it would be funny.
Why? Because it's not above you in any way, shape, or form.
I know, Chris. Oh my god. All right.
I think you'd really struggle to get a satellite on your head. I mean, it could happen.
You never know. I could be the 0.0001%, you know?
No, yeah, look, you go to the fucking equator on a holiday, like for the first time in like 20 years or something, and just get hit on the head by a satellite.
Oh dear. Can anything even fly out of space and hurt me at this point?
Well, if it hits you, sure.
If it even makes it through the atmosphere, though. Because anything that falls through the atmosphere is going to have to deal with all that friction. It'll be burnt up. Anything metal definitely would be. It wouldn't come in all in one piece.
Yeah, I know, but it wouldn't need to be a big piece, would it? It'd just need to make contact. If it was going to hit you on the head, if that's what we're going with, you just need a little bit of it to hit you on the head because it'll be going like 20,000 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, you just need a little piece, right? I would not kill baby Hitler because it would completely alter the present and future. One single step or flower being crushed could fuck things up. That's like the butterfly effect shit, isn't it?
Right. Can I just say about that comment, though?
Yeah?
Nobody was talking about killing Hitler.
I know.
That's really weird.
That's what was on his mind, apparently.
Apparently so,
Let's engage it. Most Jews wouldn't have come to America.
Oh, actually, that fucking... Somebody said that he wouldn't kill Hitler. I was reading about this on Twitter. Ben Shapiro, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, maybe not.
That'd be funny. He's the Jewiest Jew.
But no, I actually agree with Conrad there. I am a no on killing baby Hitler.
Yeah, I am too.
I ain't one for fucking around with time. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Luckily,
I mean, who knows how things would have ended up? The thing we know is that we have to experience fucked up shit and make mistakes to kind of learn not to do those things because we obviously want to do them. We don't see the consequences until it's too late. And sometimes that bad shit needs to happen so that future generations know not to do it. Right? Like, not that we've done that great of a job learning the lesson, but, you know, it still could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
And Hitler is not the worst. What about Genghis Khan? You know how many fucking people Genghis Khan killed?
Hang on, just a sec. I just want to disagree with Pavel a little bit here.
Uh-huh.
He said the Mir station could not reach the Earth. It did. It crashed in the Pacific Ocean. So some of it reached the Earth. I mean, it's still nowhere near Amy. So, you know, let's not worry about that too
Listen,
much.
I've got tectonic plates to contend with, okay? That's my big problem.
Oh, God, you live in, like, the most geologically
I want to look at
place
this.
on the planet.
What did you Google to see a map of that?
I saw what he put, and I just Googled where did the Mir space station... So
no, I'm talking about the tectonic plates.
Oh, Christ, I've...
List of tectonic plates. Let's take a look.
Just look for Vancouver
fault lines.
Map.
I'm gonna actually look for map.
But the thing is, it's not just the tectonic plates where you live. All those mountains that surround Vancouver. About 30 of those are volcanoes that erupted in the last 2,000 years or so.
Yeah. Oh, this is crazy. I'm always like, I forget, right? I go on with my life. I'm doing things. I'm busy. It doesn't cross my mind ever that I live like near 2 fault lines and I'm in an area that is actually quite vulnerable.
You live on 2 fault lines.
I live on literally right there, like on the point of convergence.
Look at the Cascadia subduction zone. That's
what are you looking at?
I just googled Vancouver fault lines.
Oh, hold on.
The Cascadia subduction zone is a convergent plate boundary that stretches from northern Vancouver Island in Canada to northern California in the United States. That's that one. And I believe there's another one that goes out in as well that pretty much stops at Vancouver too. So, or is that the same one?
I don't know. I'm trying to look for it. Earthquake shake hazard. Oh, this side is real shitty. Tofino. So on the other side of the island, not the side closest to me, but the opposite side. How fucking crazy is that? It's gonna, like, you just don't know. You know what I mean? You just don't know.
Oh yeah, it could be another few thousand years before it goes.
Could be fucking tomorrow.
Could be tomorrow. Didn't you say that the at this time of year the ground makes weird noises where you live because of the stress building up?
I mean, winter is just kind of like that. I don't know.
Right.
I don't think I've heard the ground. I might have been talking about the house. The house definitely does it. All the wood creaks and stuff.
Oh, that's just normal.
Yeah, I don't know about the ground. I've heard that that's what happens. I am very unaware of these things. Apparently last year, in about October or November, there was a mild earthquake, like just tremors. And it knocked the power out a little bit in some areas. It wasn't that bad, so I don't really know. I think it was also windy that day.
Bear in mind that living in the basement,
yeah,
weirdly, you'd actually be less prone to actually feeling an earthquake at all.
Yeah, I didn't feel anything. It didn't wake me up in the middle of the night. Apparently, it woke up my landlords in the middle of the night. I was like, what the hell?
It is not snowy where Amy lives currently. It's wet.
Yeah, we're having a very mild winter. It's not... You know what? Fuck people who hate on talking about the weather. I actually like to know the weather where my friends live, because all my friends live far away, so we always talk about it. But they're predicting it's going to snow closer to the end of the month. I don't really fucking know. We'll see. But it's been very mild. Very mild. Last few days have been sunny. Very sunny.
Yeah,
the sunniest. Yeah. They've been so sunny. Very sunny. Nicest weather in the world.
Like our local newspaper's got this fucking wonderful trick that it plays on people. Where,
yeah.
Like since, I don't know, October time pretty much, it's been predicting heavy snow in the next week since October.
Yeah.
And they do it, they constantly do it. Every single week they do it. And eventually they're going to be right. And then when they're right, they'll say, oh, we said that. Like, dude, you've been saying that for months and you were wrong.
Yeah, they do that quite a bit.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I gotta get ready to work out soon.
You've gotta go to the gym.
It opened at 6 this morning. I was gonna go right away, and then as I started walking around the house, I'm like, yeah, I think I need a coffee first. I'll have a coffee first.
A coffee.
A coffee. Hi, Marks England. Good morning. Yeah.
You think Max England is actually from England?
I hope so. The more English, the better.
I mean, I can't really disagree with that.
Right?
Well, I don't know. I've met English people. In my life, so
I'm a fan of the English because you guys are still a novelty to me. You're in England, so it's not a novel thing for you. If you came to Canada, Canadians would be novel to you.
Oh, like when you go out shopping and stuff, when you're on the phone, it's like everyone's so polite.
I mean,
it's weird.
People are just nice to each other, but not everybody's like that. And honestly, the reason that they sound so nice is because I'm very talkative and say hi to everybody and ask how their day's going and stuff.
Yeah, but everybody in England is a cunt. Everybody.
Really?
Hashtag all.
Oh, wow. I think it's just you, Chris.
It really isn't. I'm very much a product of my environment.
Yeah, blame your environment. Oh, are your songs playing? And I said, Romeo, take me somewhere we can be alone.
How is that my song?
'Cause you like that. It's your favorite Taylor Swift song.
I do like that song, that's true.
You told me it's your favorite Taylor Swift song. Don't try and hide it now. Hey, Billy Bong, good morning.
Hi, Billy.
William Bong. What you doing, man? He must be at work. Weather's dire here, dark and dismal. Aw, that sucks, Marks. That sucks, Marks.
Yeah, Jay was saying in Bristol, the weather's all fucking dark and horrible and cold. But where I live,
yeah,
it's been like glorious sunshine and blue skies for like 3 days now.
That's so weird.
I've come to the conclusion, and this is only based on like a year and a bit of knowing Jay, but I've come to the conclusion that the weather's actually better on my side of the country than his, which I didn't think it was. He seems to have a lot more inclement weather than I do.
Yeah.
But it does seem to be a bit warmer where he lives. But I have more sun, so.
Oh, Kelly Noodle.
There's Kelly Noodle.
Hey. English people are posh as fuck. Makes me feel like a right hood rat. I mean, you are Mexican, Kelly, so can't expect much.
Whoa. Don't talk about that. Don't talk about my Kelly like that.
Oh, please. New Mexico doesn't deserve Kelly Noodle.
No, it bloody doesn't.
Not one fucking bit.
She's like the crown jewel of that fucking state.
Yeah. She needs out. She's happy though.
I don't know. I don't know if she needs out or she just needs to rule. She needs to like fucking get a palace built for her or something and she can just have all of New Mexico.
Why would you want that place? It's like where she is like crime ridden.
I know, but well, where she is, sure, but where her family live and stuff. You seen the pictures? Like of her.
I think so.
I think it's her family's ranch. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh,
Kelly.
yeah. Well, of course. That's
Holy
lovely.
Fucking shit, it looks nice.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It looks really
beautiful.
Like, and those snow mountains and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Described that well, didn't I? I used my words. Yeah.
Yeah.
So New Mexico does have one thing going.
Yeah, the only thing. The only thing. Well, I guess the mountains are kind of pretty there. I'm surprised it snows there. As soon as I hear New Mexico, all I think is just hot climate. But that's because I think Mexico, and it's clearly not the same thing.
Yeah, it's norther than Mexico, isn't it?
Norther. Yeah, it's norther. For sure. It's norther.
I honestly don't know where New Mexico... Actually looking it up, I'm terrible with US states. New Mexico is, unsurprisingly, on the Mexican border. Who knew? I suppose that makes sense, doesn't it?
No, the top part is the newer Mexico.
Oh, right. New Mexico's in the middle.
Yeah, I think she's I think she's 2 hours ahead of me. Let's be boring and look at time zone map.
Yeah, she's ahead of you. Yeah,
she's
2 hours ahead of you.
Yeah.
And the other coast is 5 hours ahead of you. Is that right?
4.5. We're talking about Aiden, yeah?
Oh, right. So like New York and stuff, that's 4 hours ahead, is it?
No, New York's 3 hours ahead of me.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
wow.
Yeah. Okay, so...
New Mexico isn't all bad, it's Albuquerque that's...
Yeah,
I have heard that about...
I know. We just like to take it too far. Hashtag all it.
You want to see where I come from, Kelly? It's fucking disgraceful.
What should I Google? Let's Google.
Google what?
Where you are. What city name should I put in? Hull?
Yeah. Get doxed, fag!
See, all the pictures are going to be really nice, though.
They're really not. You're going to find 4 nice pictures and the rest of them are going to be pretty
It has such a classic feel to it. See, in Victoria, on Vancouver Island, we have buildings that look like this. Like the Parliament buildings look like your Parliament buildings.
You see, Hull does not have a classic feel. Most of it got fucking bombed in the Second World War.
I know, but they have some buildings that are old style.
About 5.
Okay, well, these are prominently featured in pictures of Hull, so...
Oh, Oh yeah, there will be because they're in the city, very much in the city centre. There's quite a few sort of nice old buildings that survive, but
this is very
most
nice.
of the nicer ones didn't.
You're near the water, of course. It's very pretty.
Oh, the water's near us. It's probably
Hull attraction. Hull Maritime Museum. You have a museum in Hull?
You've got a few.
What?
We've got the William Wilberforce Museum, the guy who started the Britain's slavery removal.
Oh, that guy.
That guy came from Hull. I mean,
wow.
Christ.
I love these brick buildings, Chris.
Yeah, but
it's just like, so, look at this bank. It's so anachronistic. Just the style of the building and everything.
The bank. Hang on, I'm not looking at your stream. I should probably do that. Oh my god, I even know where that is. Yeah, but look at it. You can actually tell, looking at that everything around it was flattened during the war because somehow that one building wasn't.
Mm-hmm. Look at
and that
all
isn't
this.
A bank anymore, it's a pub.
Is it really?
No, in fact, I think, actually, no, that is a pub. It's called The Bank.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Look up Pembrokeshire.
That's actually a pretty cool picture. The one with the turbine blade.
That's crazy.
That was quite unbelievable, because it's the wrong scale for where they put it when they had the City of Culture on. So it looked far too big for everything around it. It didn't look real. Even in reality, it didn't look real. It was weird.
What the hell? What is this? Just for a display or what?
Hull was the European City of Culture in 2017.
I see. Okay.
It isn't there now. I'm guessing it's wearing round and round. Oh, no, it's not actually. It's in front of the wind turbine factory.
Alright. Is Pembrokeshire in England?
Certainly is. Isn't it a... Pembrokeshire's it's like a region, though. It's not a place.
Oh my god, look at this. You can cliff dive there?
I didn't say it's not an actual city.
Oh my god, look at... Oh, it's Wales County? It's a county in Wales? You guys classify things like that? County?
Yeah.
Yeah. Barafundle Bay. Oh wow, this is beautiful. Beautiful. Look at this beach. Look at the water.
You do have to sort of factor in the amount of animal rape that goes on there.
You gotta be kidding me.
Oh, it's Wales, isn't it?
Oh my god. Look at that castle. Hey, how's that progress buying me and Chrissy a castle?
Not good. Honestly, I don't think you'd want to live in something like that.
Oh my god, look at that. That's awesome. Pembrokeshire Coast Path. That's beautiful. Look at the rusty color of that.
That's because the sun's going down, Amy.
What? Is that really what that is?
I'm guessing so, yeah.
It's not like oxidization or anything?
Well, no, I'm just looking at the amount of light everywhere else, and it looks like the sun's really low.
Oh, wow.
Look at the way the shadows are and everything. So.
That orange, though, that's why I'm tripped out. Because it looks like it's actually just on the rock.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's just like...
Oh, you're right. Look at that, because that's another view in there. Rock colored. Rock colored. My bad. Alright, let's go back to Reddit for a few more minutes. And then I guess I better go and get ready to go to the gym, Matt.
Get to the gym, fag.
Yeah. Will do, Matt. What's your plans for the evening? Maybe I'll come back and we can watch some House or something.
Yeah. I'm not doing anything. I'm going to...
You're not going to bed too late today, are you?
No, probably not.
Exactly. No, I'm telling you. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you.
Can I just point out the only reason I'm so tired is it's completely Amy's fault.
It is not my fault. Okay, maybe a little bit.
I was gonna say, listen to how fucking convincingly innocent she said.
I'm the shittiest liar in the world. I'm such a, like, oh my god, I laugh at shit or, like, I blink a lot. That's why I don't bother. I can't lie. It's just way too fucking obvious. I can't joke either, because I laugh at my own jokes. I'll laugh before finishing a joke, because I think the joke is so funny in my own head. It's so sad.
At least somebody finds you funny.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta live with myself the longest, so... It's a good strategy for dealing with adverse situations. The adverse situation being me. Oh my god. Let me turn this music off. I gotta play that. You remember that? Spell yes. Spell eyes. Remember?
Oh god, yeah.
Ready? I'm gonna play this.
Okay. What does Y-E-S spell?
Yes. I can't hear it.
What does E-Y-E-S spell?
Everybody else can.
Yeah.
This is funny though.
What does E-Y-E-S spell?
Yes.
Oh my
What is
god.
happening?
What does Y-E-S spell?
Yes.
What does E-Y-E-S spell?
Yes.
Chris, yes.
What are you crying for?
What does...
What are you doing?
Okay, try again. What does Y-E-S spell?
Yes.
Yes.
Y-E-S spell?
Ease. A-S. You're making me...
I can't breathe.
E-Y-E-S. E-S. What?
Say it again. What does E-Y-E-S spell?
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh my god.
What?
I don't keep doing that nervous laugh.
You're making me cry. What?
E-Y-E...
E-Y-E... Eyes.
Oh my god, that guy is so funny. Yes.
They are definitely Canadian.
You think so?
They sound Canadian. They're either from Canada or Maine or somewhere like that. But I would say Canadian.
Very possibly.
She must have known she was going to get that sort of reaction though, because she was filming it.
I mean, I guess. Maybe she asked him a few times before she got it. Because that laughter was so legit, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, she definitely...
That was so funny. How do you say E-Y-E-S? Yes? Oh my goodness. Yes? Like, that's a word? Oh my lord. That's a great one. I like it. Well, maybe that's a good spot to end it then.
Yes.
Right?
Although
Yes.
Yes. Yes. It demonstrates why English is such a fucking hard language for people to learn though.
It's silly, right? Because, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Oh my god. Chris, you gotta look at the screen quick, and then we'll end it. The orca is talking to the dog. That makes me so sad. Like, it's very cute, but it makes me so sad that that thing is stuck in that fucking tank.
Yeah, I really disapprove of that
Oh my God, Chris.
I've got a quite severe thing against keeping animals like that in places like that. I just don't think it's...
Imagine living in the ocean and then being confined to a fucking cage. Can't go anywhere. Can't follow your natural migratory patterns. And
it's fair to say that it was probably born in captivity, but that doesn't make it any better.
No.
Its entire physicality and mentality is designed to live in a specific environment, and that is the complete antithesis of that environment, and I just think it's cruel. And there's absolutely no wonder that these things fucking kill their captors sometimes, because it's amazing they're as sane as they are.
Learning English is hard. Teaching a foreigner English is hard because there's so many exceptions and so many weird little rules and this and that.
I'm not the one saying English is hard. I don't think it. Speak it, and I'm very fucking good at it. But I've had many people tell me that English is one of the harder languages to learn if it's not your first language. So if that's not your experience, then good for you.
Gosh, you're so angry, Chris.
Wow.
Wow. Oh my God, what is this? Yeah, I'm very unhappy about oh my God, not aquariums, but like, you know, what is it called? Fucking Shamu in Florida. God damn it, what is the actual venue called? They don't have any more. Yes, SeaWorld. They don't have any orcas anymore. I think they have belugas and dolphins because one of their trainers got eaten.
Do they actually not have any anymore? Because I thought they still did.
I don't know. Let's look it up. I hope they don't. I just find that so depressing. SeaWorld, Orlando, San Antonio, and San Diego.
Yeah, have you seen that documentary thing about SeaWorld? I don't know what it's called. Blackfish, is it? Yeah, yeah. That's quite depressing.
So things to do: rides, shows, animal experiences. Okay, let's check out the shows. I don't think they actually have anymore, but we'll see. Dolphin Days, Ocean... Oh, they do. Oh, no. Let's see. Ocean Discovery.
There you go. That looks like a few killer whales to me.
Learn more about killer whales, also called orcas, and other species of whales during a special educational show. This interactive 30-minute presentation teaches guests about the animals, adaptations, habitats, so they do have them still. Why?
Because it's not illegal in America.
I fucking hate it. It really pisses me off.
I'm pretty sure it's illegal in Canada, and I'm pretty sure it's illegal here.
Yeah, we don't have them
in America.
We don't have them anymore. We did at the aquarium. That tank is so fucking small. It's incredible they kept orcas in there. And there were fucking 3 of them. It really pisses me off as an adult now. Let me tell you another thing. I went to the Vancouver Aquarium. I think it was like 3.5 or 4 years ago now. And they had emperor penguins on display. And it was the most depressing thing I'd ever seen, Chris. Like, these penguins were just standing in their display, staring up at the sun. And it's like... yeah, this is not their environment. They're not supposed to be here. None of them are swimming. They're just so zombified, hypnotized. It's so depressing.
There's actually a place in Hull called the Deep. I might have mentioned it before. It's quite an impressive looking building, but it's one of the UK's like premier aquariums, and it's got things like shark and swordfish and whatever in it. And I refuse to go because I don't think that those things should be in there.
I'm looking at the website now.
There's no reason for those creatures to be in Hull.
No.
Christ, there's barely no reason for a human to be in Hull. I mean...
like, we're such assholes. We're like, oh my God, let's go to the Two Rivers restaurant. And it's surrounded by all these animals. Eat your dinner while you look at the sea life. And it's like, these aren't even natural to this area. These are all like shoved here.
The only argument that I think is fair-ish is if you're using it for, like, you know, scientific conservation purposes.
Sure,
or
sure.
whatever. But even then, if you're doing that, then that should be what you're doing. It shouldn't be a fucking tourist attraction as well.
Yeah.
But I understand that that's a valid way to raise money for the, you know, scientific discovery or whatever that they're doing. So, you know, if it's done in a sort of relatively decent way that doesn't cause harm, then it isn't that bad, I suppose. But it rarely is.
Mm-hmm.
Profit is always the primary motive.
I know, but it's so sad. But wow, this looks awesome though. I mean, I'm sure it would be a really fun experience. This looks so much fun. It looks so nice. So they have a restaurant in there. They have a restaurant in there. They have shows. The local wildlife weekend. Deep experience. The deep one-to-one experience is a morning with a difference for those with the love of the marine world. Get hands-on and help the Deep crew with a series of day-to-day activities as well as seeing behind the scenes. Whoa! That's fucking cool. So you could like feed the sharks and stuff. Oh my god, there's penguin feeding. I mean, it's so bad because I don't actually agree with any of this. I don't like the cage part of all this. It upsets me.
Where you live, I would imagine it's relatively inexpensive compared to where I live to actually go to the fucking North Pole and feed penguins where they actually live.
Yeah.
Because you practically live in the North Pole, don't you?
Yeah, practically.
Well, there's pretty much nothing above you apart from fucking tundra and then North Pole. That's how I see it.
I want to do the after hours at the Vancouver Aquarium. So they take you on a tour, you get to drink wine, pucker up for an intimate after hours Valentine's Day affair. See, that's my idea of a date. $35 regular price, $27 members price. Explore the galleries with a drink in hand and enjoy special programming only taking place a few times a year. These popular events sell out fast. Buy a pair of tickets and treat your friends and loved ones to a night they won't forget. Like, look at all the cool stuff you get to feed sea otters, Chris.
You see that's where I'm a Debbie Downer on these. I don't like places like that.
I know. I agree.
Don't misunderstand me. I know where you're coming from. It's nice to see.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Animals that you can get to see normally.
But I'm with you too. You know, I'm on both ends of this argument because it is very conflicting. Because on one hand, it's so cool to see all these. Look, is that a fucking seal getting his mouth checked by a dentist? Look at that. It's a dentist. He's looking at his teeth and stuff. That's crazy. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I like the idea of being able to see them up close, but I also don't like the idea of them being caged and for the purpose of entertainment, because that's kind of like... You know what's really funny is Doug Stanhope had a joke about this. He's like, what do you expect killer whales to do? The killer whale just did what he did. Because you heard of the story that killer whale ate the trainer, right? He straight up swallowed her.
Huh.
Did you see that? It was at SeaWorld. I think it was like...
SeaWorld?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Doug Stanhope was making a joke about how, imagine if I got starving African kids and brought them over here and made them do tricks in order to get food, and they're starving already, and I'm like dangling wieners across the floor to make them jump through hoops and stuff. You would say, stop fucking with those kids. Well, what do you think you're doing to killer whales? You're doing the same thing. You're like taking them out of their environment, you're starving them, you're making them do tricks, and you're only feeding them as a reward for that. It's totally, they're already well adjusted to the environment that they're meant to live in. You're fucking ruining it.
just because we find animals cute and interesting, I don't think that makes them entertainment. I genuinely just don't like that.
No.
That's why I do like dogs, because you can't make the same argument with dogs, because dogs are specifically adapted animals for living with human beings.
They've been domesticated.
Mm-hmm. And
So.
to an extent, cats as well, like house cats.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But and there are some animals. It's fair to say that do thrive in that sort of situation. But the majority of animals, from penguins to seals to killer whales to whatever, do not. That's not what they're for, and they should just be left to, enjoy their own environment before we destroy that too.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that. It's made me a little bit more upset because of, watching Blue Planet and Planet Earth. I'm all animal conscious, but I'm still gonna eat meat, fuckers.
That's not the same thing.
I know.
We bred animals for a specific purpose, and they're given the best life that they can hope for. You
know what's exponentially worse than eating meat and having like a factory farming, which I think is bad? What about all the oceanic pollution and how much we fucking destroy our ocean, which actually regulates so many things on the planet and keeps so many things healthy and ecosystems going, and we're just like fucking tossing garbage in there. Anyone who uses plastic, you should reconsider your life decisions. We can't even help it, really. So much of our stuff is wrapped in plastic, but it gets tossed in the ocean, and there's just so much suffering that comes from that.
Yeah, you can't really not use plastic is the problem.
I know, but we gotta figure out something. Or it can't go in the ocean because these animals eat it. Albatrosses go out.
It's like all the plastic I use, I personally do not put that in the ocean.
Yeah.
So how the fuck does it get there? That's what I'd like to know.
Well, I mean, obviously whoever collects the garbage, the government or the city or whatever, wherever they dump it, in the end somehow it's ending up in the ocean, and that's not good.
That's what I mean. So that shouldn't happen.
No,
obviously.
not at all. I am definitely not. I am kind of a hippie, Billy. I'm definitely kind of a hippie. I mean, we're just fucking things up for ourselves, if anything. Let's look at it from a selfish perspective. Never mind the animals. We're ruining our own environment. This
is what it comes down to, really. We're not. Yeah. In the moment, we are ruining it for all the other animals. We're not really ruining it for ourselves, really.
I think we are.
In say 10,000 years' time, when all the human beings are long dead and gone, who's gonna give a fuck? Nobody.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is yes, we're definitely ruining it for other animals more, but we're also ruining it for ourselves, because I don't think the increase in global temperature is good. I don't think that if we're...
That's what I mean. But in 10,000 years' time, we'll all be gone because we'll have done it to ourselves.
Yeah.
And it won't matter. Life will just carry on without us.
Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of a dire situation. And we can't even... Man, human beings can't even sit down and solve their own problems over stupid petty shit.
Do you nearly say human bangs then?
Human beings. Human bangs. My bad. It was like one time I was talking to Billy and he said Jordan Peterson. And I was like, what did you just say, Billy Bob? Did you just go New York on me? Jordan Peterson. What?
Hang on a minute.
What?
Isn't that where Billy Bog's from?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, but he doesn't really have much of an accent. Going well. Nice to be back here. Well, good to see you. I really want to watch this bit with you before we go, but I can't play it so that we can hear it at the same time. No. Oh well, next time. So, oh my god, Marino would hate this. He hates Native American art. And right outside of Vancouver Aquarium, if you're looking, there's like a...
I can see that.
Yeah, he fucking hates that.
I mean, that's
alright.
Whatever.
It looks like a fish. It doesn't look like a killer whale to me, but...
I'm not gonna say it's the most fucking amazing piece of art I've ever seen, but it's unusual. It's alright. It's a nice fountain.
Look, there's a sloth at the Graham Amazon Gallery. Whoa.
The sloth where?
Apparently at the Amazon Gallery at the Vancouver Aquarium.
But Never mind. You know what question I was going to ask, but...
Oh, it's gross in there. So they create that very rainforesty environment. You go in, it's very muggy and humid. And they have all these fucking exotic birds and snakes and frogs. See, like, oh my god, it's really cool. It's crazy. Oh my god, the jellyfish tank is really cool. They have a lot of cool stuff in there. It's cool to see, but again, it's the idea of these things being caged, you know? Dolphin behind the scenes encounter. It looks like you can actually hang out with some of these animals. They've changed it to make it more interactive, but that's not healthy for them either.
The thing is, I don't necessarily hate the idea of them being caged, but I hate the idea of them being caged for entertainment.
Yes.
That's the bit that bothers me.
I mean, I don't like them being caged either, unless it's for their benefit. You know what I mean?
And for entertainment and by natural extension, profit. That's what it's for. And I'm not down with that. Do not see the value in this.
Wow. Come face to Flipper with a Pacific white-sided dolphin. Join us for a dolphin encounter program and get up close and personal with a dolphin in an interactive and hands-on training session. $160?
160 Canadian dollars. That's
I don't know.
£11.50, isn't it?
Chris, maybe I'll do that this year. Maybe I'll do it. I want to go say hi to a dolphin. That'd be really awesome.
If it bites your hand off, don't blame me.
No, it won't bite me. It'll love me. Charismatic Pacific white-sided dolphin.
I don't know. You're similar proportions to that fish it's eating there, so...
They don't eat humans. Okay,
Really?
that's cool. Monday to Friday, 8:30 to 4:30. So I'm actually going to have to, like, take time off of work and go do it. I'm going to consider this. See if I can book it for some point. This is crazy. Chris, look at this dolphin's eyes. It looks like it has, like, human eyes. White on the outside with the color on the inside. That's so crazy. These things are so much smarter than we know they are, you know? These whales.
I don't think they're smarter than we know they are, but I don't think that means they're stupid either. Makes sense.
Oh. Oh god. Stop. Yes, they do. Do dolphins or porpoises ever attack humans? Yes, they do. When people think of dolphins, well, you know, they're also rapists. They're very well known for raping each other.
At least they only rape each other.
Yeah. When people think of dolphins, they tend to think of the bottlenose dolphin, and they tend to associate them with Flipper, shows at their local aquarium or marine park, and glittery notebook covers and other school supplies. They're harmless, right? After all, an animal that's literally always smiling can't possibly be vicious or violent, right? Oh dear. The reality is that the bottlenose dolphin is a surprisingly large animal. Your average dolphin is something like twice as long as you are. Really? And potentially several times as heavy. You're also probably meeting it in the water, where it has a distinct advantage. And at the end of the day, this is a wild animal we're talking about. A wild animal with a propensity towards violence, rape, and killing indiscriminately, including babies of their own species. Oh yeah, I've heard about that. Oh my goodness. Oh wait, I'm gonna read the rest of this, sorry. While attacks are uncommon, I'm not going to include any captive animal attacks for obvious reasons. They do exist. Some of them can get downright nasty. Oh, here's a bunch of stories. All these focus on a single species, the bottlenose. I've heard of other species attacking humans as well, including a pilot whale that pulled a diver down 30 feet before taking her back up. And of course, by now, everyone's heard of Blackfish, a documentary about, oh yeah, Tilikum the orca, who has killed 3 people so far. I mean, alright, bye, Breaker. Bye! I mean, I didn't have any kind of idea that they were friendly. I just figured the ones as...
To be fair, most dolphins, even in the wild, are friendly, aren't they? You know, for all the stories I'm sure you can find of dolphins attacking people or whatever, there's probably another 100 stories of dolphins helping people in distress and stuff, because that does happen too. So, there's that.
So apparently right now, why did I do that? Carter Cole is live. Oh.
I saw that.
Oh God. Something about a women's march. Uh-oh. Why am I on my thing? I want to see his. God damn it. There he is. Carter Cole. Houston woman march on. Oh. Carter Cole is out. You gonna say something in the chat too? Let's take this. We'll throw the link in. Oh, where am I? Where am I, mate? And we're gonna go here. And why does it only say one watching now and there's clearly 2 of us? Fuck you, YouTube. You suck. Get your shit together. All these social justice algorithms are fucking up the functionality of the website.
Oh, mine says 3 watching now.
Oh, mine does 2 now. Okay. Oh, look, there's Carter Cole. What is he saying?
How many were expected here? It's quite cold outside, at least for Houston.
He's so cute.
It's also been raining a lot lately, so it's interesting. One of the criticisms of the Women's March is that it never had any real singular focus, so we're going to try and see what
Chris.
the Women's March is out here for. And
Look at his hair. He's like a mad scientist.
76 Squad. Yes, I have been very busy. Got a new job, so
Aww.
been working on that. And
I swear. Carter's so funny. Okay, I'm gonna not stream about his stream right now. Let's just say bye. Hey guys, I hope you had fun. Thanks for coming by and hanging out. I hope you guys have a great day, and we will chat with you sometime later.
Bye.
Bye.